KDKA has learned that Pittsburgh Public School Superintendent Anthony Hamlet is a paid consultant to a group that hosts vendors. He has also traveled to conferences with that group across the country.
But that is not all the traveling that he has done. KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan looks at dozens of out-of-state trips that he has taken at the district's expense.
Since becoming superintendent of Pittsburgh Public Schools, Anthony Hamlet has spent a lot of time in the air. A Cuba trip paid for by a school district vendor has raised questions, as do trips to New Orleans and Baltimore in 2017, and a trip this past February to Newport Beach, California, all paid for by the firm ERDI, for whom Hamlet is a paid consultant. But those are only a drop in the bucket compared to the number he's taken at district expense. Our investigation finds that in 3 years as superintendent, Hamlet has taken 23 paid out-of-state trips in all, at a cost to the district of more than $32,000. Places like Denver and Las Vegas, Vancouver and Miami. He's traveled to New Orleans, Chicago and Los Angeles multiple times each, a total of 65 days out of state. For his part, Hamlet says the trips are to represent the district on a national level and for him to learn the cutting-edge trends and best practices in education. But others question the worth.
How has that shown results here in Pittsburgh for improving quality schools in every neighborhood in town? I haven't seen that impact.
Ron Sofo is the former Freedom Area School District Superintendent and a city resident who's forming a citizens group demanding accountability in the Pittsburgh Public Schools. While Hamlet cites improvements in reading scores and academic performance, Sofo questions that record and says all this travel isn't helping.
Given the state of education in Pittsburgh, with the racial achievement gap, with the lack of return on investment of having quality schools in every neighborhood, I would think as superintendent you would want to stay home more than travel and take care of your own house.
Most all of these paid trips have been to educational conferences where the superintendent meets with educators and administrators from around the country. But some are sponsored by the educational technology companies with whom the district now has contracts. In October, he spoke at the Chicago conference sponsored by the company Rethink Ed. In March, the board approved a $250,000 contract with the company. And in May, Hamlet hosted a panel discussion at this Chicago conference sponsored by Discovery Education. Earlier this year, the board approved a $1 million contract with the company and is reviewing another Discovery package worth $4 million more. Now, we've raised questions in our reports, but the bottom line is this. Does this travel and this contracting benefit the students and the teachers in the districts? And does it provide the students a quality education? That is up to the Board of Education to decide. Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.